Yo, what's going on, YouTube? And welcome back to Goal Line Hockey. It's your boy Kevin Forte, and today we are taking a look, continuing our All Star game. Little news update here as they build up the hype here before this year's NHL All Star weekend here in 2023. We're going to go over the latest reveal of the rosters. So the rosters have been set. We have one player from each team, and then the fan vote for two additional players as well as an additional goaltender for each division has been revealed, so we are going to go over that today. So starting off in the Atlantic Division, the home division for this year's All-Star festivities, of course, for the Florida Panthers. You have David Pastrnak representing the Bruins, Tage Thompson representing the Sabres, Dylan Larkin for the Red Wings, Matthew Tkachuk for the hometown Panthers, Nick Suzuki for the Habs, Brady Tkachuk for the Senators, Kucherov for Tampa, Mitch Marner for Toronto, Austin Matthews for Toronto, and then the goaltending is Linus Ullmark, who has probably been the best goaltender in the league, and Andrei Vasilevsky. In the Metropolitan Division, this has been obviously, there's been a lot of debate in this division. Andrei Svechnikov for Carolina, Johnny Gaudreau for the Blue Jackets, Jack Hughes for the Devils, Brock Nelson for the Islanders, Artemi Panarin for the Rangers, Kevin Hayes for the Flyers, Crosby for the Penguins, Alex Ovechkin for the Capitals, Adam Fox for the New York Rangers, and then for the goaltending, it's the two New York Russians, Ilya Sorokin for the Isles, and Igor Shesterkin for the New York Rangers. So that's your group there for the Eastern Conference. For the Central Division, going to the Western Conference, you've got Clayton Keller for the Yotes, Nathan MacKinnon for the Avs, and Mikko Rantanen, Jason Robertson for the Dallas Stars, Kirill Kaprizov for the Wild, Vladimir Tarasenko for the Blues, Seth Jones for the Blackhawks, Cale Makar for the Avs, Josh Morrissey for the Winnipeg Jets, and in between the pipes, you got UC Soros for the Preds, and Connor Hellebuck for the Winnipeg Jets. Going to the Pacific Division, we've got Troy Terry of the Anaheim Ducks, Nazem Kadri for the Calgary Flames, Draisaitl and McDavid for the Oilers, Kevin Fiala for the Los Angeles Kings, Matt Beniers for the Seattle Kraken, congratulations to him, Bo Horvat for the Canucks, Elias Pettersson for the Canucks, Erik Karlsson for the Sharks, and then in between the pipes in the Pacific Division, Stuart Skinner for the Oilers and Logan Thompson for the Vegas Golden Knights. Obviously, a lot of new names on this list, specifically in that Pacific Division. A couple of first-timers here. Tage Thompson for Buffalo. Linus Ullmark, also a first-year appearance for him. I believe this is a first for Kevin Hayes as well. Same thing for Ilya Sorokin. This is his first appearance in the All-Star game. Same thing here for Josh Morrissey, who is a new representative who's never been in the All-Star game. And of course, in the Pacific Division, we've got a couple of names here. In Kevin Fiala, Matt Beniers, Stuart Skinner, and Logan Thompson. So a bunch of different names here, which I'm pretty excited about. I think that's a really good thing. Just to see some different guys in the league. You know, there is a changing of the guard in the National Hockey League, and you know, guys like Brock Nelson as well, a first for the New York Islanders. Pretty exciting stuff. You know, this is something that I'm really excited to see some of these guys come into fruition and kind of get their chance in the National Hockey League's All-Star Weekend. But there are a couple of guys that kind of got snubbed. A couple of guys in particular in the Atlantic Division. I think Rasmus Dahlin it's kind of criminal that he didn't end up getting in. Now, a lot of people will say it's rigged because of the fact that the two additional guys that got in, I believe, are from the Toronto Maple Leafs in Marner and Matthews. I think some people showed a little bit of displeasure for that whole scenario. Marty Necas of the Carolina Hurricanes. I think there's some reason to believe that there is some debate there as to whether or not he maybe should have gotten in. You know, even Trevor Zegras for Anaheim not getting in is a little bit surprising, or even a Mason McTavish. But again, Troy Terry is a very good candidate for the Ducks, so it's hard to debate that. the goaltending in the Pacific Division is very interesting in the fact that you have Skinner and Thompson from Edmonton and Vegas. I thought that was kind of interesting. But yeah, I mean, overall, I think these rosters are pretty good, honestly. I mean, as an Islander fan, I'm happy to see, Ilya Sorokin get his representation. I think he is really behind Linus Ullmark this year, the best goaltender in the National Hockey League in terms of just statistically and just when you watch games, he really is the second best goalie in the league. So I'm happy to see that he got that vote in the Metro Division with, again, shout out to the rest of that division. A lot of really good goaltenders in the Metro this year. I'm really looking at this as a game that, really, overall, just the weekend in general, a lot of guys getting new opportunities and getting their name in the limelight. And I think that, again, this is a great opportunity for guys to showcase their talent and guys that maybe not a lot of teams are watching. A lot of people are watching certain players like Troy Terry this year in Anaheim getting some representation. Same thing for Sorokin. Despite the Islanders not playing that well, he is putting up some unreal numbers. Same thing even for Matt Beniers in Seattle. I think he is a little bit underrated out there. And for some guys that are kind of having comeback seasons, Logan Thompson, a lot of the people in Vegas kind of said he was the reason they missed the playoffs last year. He wasn't able to get it done down the stretch last year. Kind of the same thing for Stuart Skinner. He really struggled for Edmonton last year, and then all of a sudden this year has become really just an incredible goaltender. Same thing for Linus Ullmark, a guy that, leaving Buffalo, kind of they just wanted to get him out for nothing. Let him go in free agency, signs in Boston, and has become the best goaltender in the National Hockey League this year. So as much as you like to see the guys that are the usuals, right? The Panarins, the Crosbys, the Ovechkins, the Kucherovs, the Matthews of the world. Of course, those guys get in, but it's also nice to see the guys that are the comeback story in the National Hockey League, the Tage Thompsons as well, right? So let me know what you guys think of this year's rosters. Who was the biggest snub in this year's All-Star Weekend festivities? Let me know your guys' thoughts, guys. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you again next time.